In ancient times, the sacred mountain was sealed by the dwarf deities with 5 powerful.
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has two things about it. One, it's filled with golds and diamonds. And there is some kind of weird magic.
What was the last part?
Instead, you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today it's Monday, and we're here back for you. A bit late today, and we're sorry for that. But we're back and we're online. Good afternoon, Gibbous. How are you doing today?
Hello, Bruno. Yeah, and hello, all viewers. I'm good. I'm good. It's Monday, and yeah, we're here in the Misty Mountain to build.
Yes,
So
we are here to build something that we have not done on stream for quite some time, right, Gibbous?
indeed. Actually, I'm very intrigued. I like building with you viewers. So of course, I do understand that it's somewhat of maybe spoilers, but
Mm-hmm.
we will definitely not be able to probably finish all of the mountain on the stream, so it will still be um, yeah, some work not on the stream, so don't feel like
Yeah, most of it will
like
be. It will be a little
yeah,
bit of
exactly.
spoilers, like Gibbous is saying, but either way, it's going to be a different type of building. It's actually sort of the building, quite the
Exactly, yeah.
opposite. So this is why we said this is going to be a fun, interesting, and different type of stream. So it's going to be, instead of building, it's going to be quite the opposite. Not in a bad way, actually in a good way. And the good thing about it is that you'll be able to see something very interesting that we're also very intrigued, which is why we are doing this. That's the main question. Because playability, frames per second. And for that reason, on GameMaker 0.7, we have found out the conclusion, and not only ourselves, that this is pretty much unplayable as it is to go on alpha launcher. Why? Because the frames per second are too low, which will make the experience not run as intended when you end. For that reason, while we're on GameMaker 0.7, and there's a reason why we're still working for this, we're still waiting for a go for GameMaker 0.8. Basically, we will be making a reduced version of the map, like we have already hinted of doing it so. So we're going to make this reduced version where there's going to be less places that you could explore. And by doing that, Givesh will start to block out some entrances. This will be some sort of, we'll be testing out, closing some places. And then from those closed places, we will be deleting everything that's inside. Why we will do that? Because by deleting those assets, it will reduce drastically the face count, the mineable blocks, which also consume a lot of processing power. And with those changes, the game runs in a higher frames per second and it becomes much, much faster. When we reach that with the reduced version of the map, one, it will be way harder for you to get lost. And secondly, it will run much, much faster, which is what we need and want for this experience to be playable on the Sandbox launcher. So stay tuned with us. We'll be building slash the building on the map today. And by the end, so we'll focus the biggest chunk of this stream on building. And by the end, we will see. So right now, you can see Gibash is running on around 27, 33 frames per second on editor. So we should be around 20 frames per second when we go on play mode. Let's see what happens by the time that we enter
Um,
play mode. We get to
I'm
mine.
not sure if I want to go to the play right now because it will take my memory, and the
Mm-hmm.
next test will be a bit different. So I'm thinking of blocking out because we still have the other map that we can
Mm-hmm.
use as a baseline. We can
Mm-hmm.
go and see what is the frame rate there, and go here and see the frame rate here. So I think that we are able to just see the difference right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking right here. Why my phone is not charging? All right,
We can
start
also do
charging.
that.
But yeah, overall, I'm thinking to block out main of some, no, not main, um, some of the areas, and delete the assets and just see how better it is. What do you think, Bruno? What is the right approach towards this?
I don't know. I think it's go with the flow. Do we know what we have to do? So let's make it the most fun way.
All right.
I'm not
Well,
sure what that will be, but we'll find out.
just because I was quite preparing myself for this task, so
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you see what I'm doing, but basically I already have all of that at some point planned out, at some sort of way
I see
planned
that you
out.
went just straight to business. Yeah.
Yeah, so
It feels like you're
um
one of the Outer Studios challenges right now. You just went full speed. But I can see already what you're doing regarding the closing some entrances. And I was thinking, well, will he be able to remember what places did he close? And at the same, I was like, yeah, if there's someone that knows, it's going to be you.
I was actually thinking of just placing some sort of asset that we know that we will delete assets inside that place, and we just can just mark like some sort of asset. But at the moment, I feel like this is not necessary. At least that I will be building it, I will definitely remember.
Hmm.
Um,
But yeah, we
So
can
yeah.
think of some places of what to block out, and I don't know how. For example, how could the viewers help us?
Mm, indeed, indeed.
How we can
Though,
make this
for
dynamic?
example, I will, for example, we are right now in the place which I feel has a lot of assets,
Hmm.
but it's quite difficult to get to it.
And
So
yeah, and
I
it
will
does not
be
add much in terms of.
exactly. It does
Hmm.
have, if you're really looking, maybe it adds, but I think that just blocking it out
Hmm.
in the right way will work wonders. So yeah, I will block out also this part right there, right here. Oh.
And while
Also,
you do that first part, let me just greet everyone that has already joined us. We've got Vox Machine Studios here. We've got Breezy75, MLD Tech, Wicked U2, Oddle Hill, H09, Dorsfair, GoS32 confirmed, the Seven Summits Mountaineer, Mosquito. Welcome everyone. I hope that you're having a wonderful Monday and stay tuned. This is quite a different type of stream. Let's just do a little recap for everyone that might join only now. So what we're doing today is the final step of big review that we did, the last big review that we did on this map, which we have concluded all the logic part, which was quite some. It was heavy to do all of those changes, not going to lie. But it's already done, it's already finished, and now we've reached to the final, and I will not probably the most important, because this is going to be the step that either makes the game playable or not. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. It will be different, and we hope that we can somehow get this in a dynamic way to get some feedback and maybe trade some ideas and share some thoughts about it. And Gibish, what were you about to say?
nothing probably really important. I'm just looking how can I just maybe block that part.
Hmm.
Though I'm thinking, yeah, one thing that I want to ask, probably opinion. What do you think is if I block all of this like place with the blocks? Do you think performance will go up? We will test this, of course,
Hmm.
but if we need to. But what do you feel like? What will happen regarding? Do we need to like close all of this, like this space? Because of course assets will
Oh,
go
to fill it up with blocks.
with blocks. Yeah, exactly. That's the question. What do you think? Does it have like
Does it impact on
performance?
performance? I
Yeah.
think it would. Well, if we think blocks the same way that we would think of assets in terms of face counts, if we go down that route, I would say that yeah, there should be improvements. If it considers like a block, like instead of having six faces, it only has one face of that giant place that has been blocked out now. We could be talking about reducing, I don't know, a couple of hundreds of faces in each of those galleries. So I'm not sure. Maybe we are closing down 10 galleries, 20, 30. I don't know. Honestly, the
Mm-hmm.
amount of galleries that we have, that could be a save between 2,000, 10,000, 10,000 faces. I'm not sure. What do you think would be the right approach? First, we
Um.
just delete the
Yeah.
assets and see
Exactly.
what's the improvement, and then
Yep. Yep.
okay.
I think that blocks are quite optimized in the game maker.
Mm-hmm.
They are probably rendered a little bit differently than assets.
Mm-hmm.
They can have an animation, but those animations is not like that kind of difficult. I guess it's only one animation, to be exact. So yeah, definitely, I think that it will have maybe if you close all of the spaces that you have,
Mm-hmm.
maybe if it will add maybe because we're talking probably not frames but milliseconds, so maybe 5 milliseconds of faster frame render.
That's already a lot.
Well, 5 milliseconds, not that much, but yeah, actually, yeah, when you add like 5, maybe it will, yeah.
Maybe
um
I don't know. I'm counting that
exactly.
every little pinch of anything. It's counting. It's optimizing. Okay, so will you remember the ones that you have already blocked out? So you want to block out and then delete the assets afterwards. So you want to block out and then explore the map, see how it feels. Well,
Yeah,
what would
well,
be a
delete,
strategy?
uh probably just blocking out, and just building takes, the most time, because deleting is quite easy. I think it's really quite
Hmm.
easy to just select it and delete. So I want to spend at least 30 minutes just placing blocks and closing galleries, which
Hmm.
we don't need, and then spend time on deleting.
Hmm.
Um, but overall, as I say, I already have a good understanding of what goes and what stays.
Hmm.
So I don't kind of think I will forget any of those. Um,
That makes it easier.
but well, it might happen that I forget. Of course, I'm a human, so that those things happen.
We will make some
But
guides around the walls to see if we find
yeah,
any
well,
hidden
yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Because I see, like, we all spend so much time in the mountain that we probably would just see, hey, there was an entrance here. Let's check if the assets are there. So maybe, hmm, just to be more professional, maybe just add something. What can it be?
You had the red rock or the white rock, the white block.
The problem is that I will not be able to find the block with the hierarchy. So it should be an asset, because so
Oh,
can I
yeah.
can go just towards that place.
Just put an unpad
Um,
or a concrete tile, which is the most optimized asset. You
well,
just
I think
renamed.
that we will do the deletion today. So
Okay.
um, what can it be?
Just put a concrete tile and name it gallery gallery dot delete dot
Arctic
one.
Fox.
Okay,
Fox.
let's do an Arctic fox. Okay, we don't have
Yeah.
that
So
asset on the map yet.
no.
No.
Mm,
We can do
let's
that.
change it as a black one and just goes down. Yeah, so yeah, this place will also be blocked right here.
I'm just looking at one of my favorite places to that was one of my favorite shortcuts to use.
Unfortunately, Bruno, it has so
Then
many assets
gone. Yeah, gone.
gone.
I'm not complaining. I'm just damn. That's how I got used to the map to go to the to the main gallery. Now I have to find another way.
um, I'm also thinking of this area right here, just to
That one
probably.
leads to the upper side.
But we have the scaffolds,
That
so
part actually does not have many assets on that part. That is mainly
well,
blocks.
that's true. All right, so let's leave that for now, but let's keep on going towards the other places that need to
Hmm.
be closed. All right, so right now we are in the upper side,
Hmm.
and this part has to go.
Oh, what happened to my cell phone?
Oh, it did it.
Oh, it closed my video ninja out of the blue. Out of blue.
Hmm.
Okay, let me send you a new link. Not quite sure what happened here.
So basically, it crashed.
Yeah, this is unusual. Okay, new link for you. Oh, it's crashing. I know. Yeah, it's crashing again. What the hell?
Maybe. Well, I will also do that. I will turn off this screen brightness to the minimum so that phone would not heat as much.
I don't think it's eating because it's actually the Video Ninja that's actually crashing, not the cell phone itself.
Right, so we'll leave that. And
Okay, got you a new link for Video Ninja.
today is going to have an updated game maker.
Hey,
Seven
that is
Summits
great
Mountaineer.
news. Well, we've heard that the next version of the Game Maker, it's a very powerful one. I'm not sure if that's the one you're referring to, but the one that we have been told would be some sort of gold version of GM 0.8. So like, yeah, clean bugs. So all of those bugs, all of those things that we have been reporting, let's say, from working on the Game Maker, all that feedback that we all have provided, this could be the thing we were looking for in terms of the bugs, getting rid of those bugs. So yeah, quite that's going to be really cool. We are still on hold to be told by the Game Maker Fund when to migrate to 0.8, and we might be looking at it quite soon, maybe. And the Seven Summits saying, if you guys use a pickaxe, can you talk with NPCs? So if we have an equipment, something equipped on the avatar as an equipment, I would say, yeah. If we're carrying around, like pressing E on something you're carrying around with, when you talk with the NPC, you'll drop that item. But if we're using just a regular weapon, yeah, we're able to talk with NPCs. Actually, I did that yesterday. I had the avatar fully equipped with from head to toes, pickaxe on, and did all the quests in this map. The 30. So we have 37 quests, Gibash, on this map.
Oh well,
Yeah,
that's
that's quite a
quite a
lot.
number.
It is. It took me, I had a 10-minute break, so it took me 1 hour and 15 minutes to do all the quests. And I was mid speed running. I was actually not speed running that much because I was also testing stuff, like going back, see if all the dialogues work, in between dialogues, and all of that stuff. So I think if I was actually pretty speed running it, I would be able to perform it under 1 hour for sure. What do you think? 1 hour for a 1x1 experience?
Well, Bruno, you know where to go.
That is true. Well, with the
So,
reduced version, it won't be that
you know,
hard as well. Mm-hmm.
um, like some games that you already played a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you really know them well. Can you say like you would go at least twice as fast when you really know the game?
Yeah, I would say so.
So in that kind of sense, so the game might be 2 hours long to make all the quests.
For a first timer, I would believe
Mhm.
so. I think that the record was the first version of Dracula Castle. I think that was everyone was taking 4 hours to complete because it had a very complex maze. So I think that those guys would find this map very appealing. They built such a maze that people were just completely lost for hours. Actually, 4 hours.
A
And
real
OS like,
proper
yeah,
maze,
that
like
was not fun. I think it was not this type of maze, the type of maze that it's actually landscape maze, but I think it was actually a maze. I did not play Dracula Castle because my computer burned well, one day before season 2 started. So I actually did not participate on season 2, which was not cool. I was so excited to get season 2 going on, to participate, play all those games, and then PC just crashed. And it took me quite some months to get a new one. But hey, what do you guys think? 1 hour, 2 hours of playtime in the sandbox experience. Do you think it's good, it's fair, or would you ask, well, it depends on the amount of ethos points I would get on it, because also there's that type of challenge.
Metric
So
or
metric,
mm,
yeah. So if we have 37 quests, that would be maybe 37 ethos points. And also, of course, you would be ranking in the for best miner leaderboard. It would be nice if we could have a save point and come back into later. I'm not sure if it's possible for us to do that, especially on this type of game, because while you're also playing, you're getting pickaxes, and while you're getting pickaxes, you're mining, and while you're mining, you're ranking up into the leaderboards. So having a save point and being able to count how much resources you have already mined from your past mining session, it's impossible to do at this stage. But that would be nice. Actually, that would be nice in any type of scenario, any type of case. And that would be a game changer if you just could save your game. Basically, you're playing your mid quest, you have all your items, and for this type of experience, it would be perfect. You're like, okay, I'm mining, I'm having a good run. I don't want to do all today. I'm going to save some mining for tomorrow. Just save the game and resume where you stopped. I'm not sure how they will do that, but that would be crazy cool if they're able to do. Is it possible to save your game in, for example, Central Land? Or you don't need to save the game?
at least I do not no, there is a way to see.
There
So
is?
basically, there is a game which is about magic casting,
Mm-hmm.
and basically you're able to level up and have your character level growing.
Okay.
So
So that's
basically, you
that's a
could
sort of save game.
some sort of.
Hmm. Okay.
But it's
But
probably just because they are able to use the scripts. So basically, probably if Sandbox is allowing scripting, it's
mm-hmm.
probably possible to, I don't know, maybe somehow create a script which will create a file inside your computer that it can reference
Mm.
later on.
Okay. I see where you're going. Scripts. Can't wait for that. I think, especially yourself and Junior, you're going to like that a lot, don't you?
Well, yeah. I think that regarding the current game maker logic,
Mm-hmm.
um, you have to really relearn the mechanics of it. Like you have to learn the logic, um, and it's usually fun, but it's not easy. And well, if you're really going into that direction, so there are programming languages,
Mm-hmm.
and you're def well, for me it looks like I will be better off learning some sort of proper programming language than trying to learn something which is constantly changing.
Mm-hmm.
So with game maker I feel in some sort of place where even if I learn the engine, I will need to relearn it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun, but it's not very this place um it's not very, I don't know, long term safe, like
Mm-hmm. It's not very
um
optimized. Well, I think all programming languages sort of evolve through time, right? They're not like the static thing.
um well,
Some of them are right now. They're quite of well developed.
I think that yeah, languages. Well, I think I'm trying to think of the planning at the same time as talking is
Mm-hmm.
quite difficult. But let's keep on just blocking things that I really know that will be blocked. Um, so regarding the languages, usually it's hmm, I would not say like it's changing. That languages is changing. At least things that you learn how to do that, they usually stay the same. At least for my experience, I'm not really that much of programmer. Maybe some of our viewers can I don't know correct me if I'm wrong, but at least for what I noticed, for me, languages does not change quite a lot from the ground up. Usually programming languages are made like you have the possibility to create your own functions and then build it from there, like um so
Hmm.
at least that's my experience. Like I try to program in JavaScript,
Mm-hmm.
and I did it long time ago, and the things are still the same. Like the math will not change, the syntax will not change. So it might, the libraries that you use might change, but the syntax will be the same. So for me, it's like even in Unity or Unreal Engine, a lot of people do not use those fancy, or not fancy, but those easy ways to make games. They still choose to do it in C++ or C
Mm-hmm.
sharp, because it's just basically you can create your own features, your own toggles, and your own kind of behaviors, and you're not limited to some sort of menu of things. When you
Mm-hmm.
have a language, you can create your own behaviors and components and whatever you need. um, so it's just much more empowering tool. It's probably a lot much more complicated, or does take much more time to make even a tiny kind of behavior. um,
Well, I think Sandbox will reach that plateau. Not at this stage because it's alpha, and that's exactly what it means, and it's a process, like you're saying. But
mm,
it will reach some sort of plateau in some time. That from there it will not change that much, I would believe. Especially for example, from the transitioning of 0.7 to 0.8, all the things that were done previously, they kind of kept the same logic. They just added new stuff. That now you can make different combinations, you can use more stuff into it. So it's not that it completely changed it, I would say, but it kind of added more features, and now with more features, you have more room for more possibilities as well.
true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. That they do not change like everything. um,
And
but
mm-hmm,
just game making at this moment, there is a lot of competition regarding the engines,
mm-hmm,
and maybe game maker is not, it's some sort of game engine,
mm-hmm.
and it's a game engine on
Unity.
blockchain,
Okay,
on
blockchain.
blockchain, because Unity is not like completely connected to the blockchain, while Sandbox is. So
I
it's
would not be
probably quite a
surprised
lot different.
if in the game maker you would not only be able to export to Sandbox, but actually export it as a Unity game. So in terms of talking about interoperability of stuff, why not the same engine? You can use it for both. Imagine that everything that you're doing here, you create a Unity file and then you can run on your
I
own
think that
Unity engine.
that's the case. I think that it's already the case. Like all
Mm-hmm.
of the things we do
Mm-hmm.
actually is the Unity running.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the file that I think it's I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, but I think it's possible to open up your experience in Unity.
Okay.
Um,
Probably
yeah.
have to ask Junior about this.
Probably you have to, at least for what I tried. Um, it looks feasible, but the experience is behind cryptation, so it's crypted.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot open the folder
Mm-hmm.
where all the assets and all of the things that are inside.
So it's locked
Um,
on purpose.
Basically, yeah, it's basically
Okay.
you have to know the proper uncoding, like uncrypting code.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, while you know the key, you are able to do that, and if you do not know the key, it's not possible to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe sandbox developers can do that, but probably it's not useful for stability, because then you can start to do your own scripts and your
Mm-hmm.
own things, which is not like maybe um, tested to work with blockchain. Maybe it's not stable enough. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what to say, but I would not be surprised if that would be the case. But I
Mm-hmm.
really don't know. So just
Kind of too soon to tell.
don't yeah don't quote me on that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too soon to tell. This is only throwing some thoughts in the air, I would say. This and the
And
Seven
well,
Summit
but
is saying this. They
mhm.
should create a tool to create a copy of the game and assets to allow us to save offline. I think that's already on the works, and especially with co-working. I think they have been working for some time on this, on the co-working type of um, updates. I'm not sure how soon that will be, but I've heard Alex mention that quite some times. And actually, programming takes stuff. Well, for us, it took us 1 year to
Mm.
make the Mr. Mountain. So I would imagine what is to program the program.
All right, Bruno, we come to this place.
Yes. What do we do?
Mm, I think that it has to go.
Oof.
Almost all of it. Almost
Ah.
all of it. The wall is the wall in my mind
Uh-huh.
is right from here
Okay.
going towards right there.
So no
The
water.
water also goes, yeah. Water is
What happens to
right
the
here.
waterfall?
Right here. It stays right here.
But we can see it from that end. Okay. We can only
And
access from there.
basically
Okay.
from here
So
you
if we fall,
go only
uh-huh.
towards here.
Okay, and I can see where this place leads. Okay, let's do it.
Because yeah, because
Yeah,
all of these
there's a lot of.
fishes,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things happening in this room, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
lines. It's a big gallery. It's a
It
really big
is.
gallery.
And it's
So
easy to get lost in there. Also, the paths that lead into that place, you can get
and
really, really easily lost.
yep. So
I
at
agree with
least
you.
I
Well,
I was thinking to just make um more way to go towards this place. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Though I was also thinking to maybe even cut it off right here. Um,
Okay. Where?
well, I have like many possibilities of to
Mm-hmm.
do so regarding on how much we need the performance, how much of
A
the
lot.
things that we need to delete.
We need to achieve a
So
minimum of. So whenever we hit the logic card, it needs to perform over 20 frames per second. When
of
it's
course,
kicking
yeah.
hard, the logic. We know that's when we're not streaming, usually we can get 12, 15. Sometimes when it's breaking the pickaxe and it's already deep in the game, we can reach it like 10, 7. So it kind of needs to push over the top. I was
You know
so
what?
my. Mhm.
So what I think we will do is let's try to make it like a mobile version of it.
I like that
Like,
idea.
all right, you like the idea? All right.
Hmm. I think that even by closing all of this, like extended closing, it will still be a huge map. From what I'm seeing that it's going to be left, it's still going to be huge.
Yeah,
So we
probably.
can, yeah, there's a lot of things we can optimize in here. So this will lead into this place and
Yeah,
this.
and regarding this place, well, I really thinking a lot about the vines.
Hmm.
Vines are animated assets, and basically I want to go a bit lower on them
Hmm.
and thinking, well, this place is useful for that.
Hmm.
Um, Also made this. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
been there for quite some time.
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah. Regarding this room, it
Mhm.
stays.
Okay.
This room has to stay because it's one of the ways to steal bricks.
Mm-hmm.
But this entrance gets bigger, and this one is a bit
Yes,
more
that's the one
small.
I mostly use. I think it's one of the easiest. Maybe get it
Yep.
more
We will.
draw more attention to it.
Yep. We will open up it a bit more.
Hmm.
We get this drop off here. Or maybe just for now stay there. Yeah, so for example, I don't know how much to see how I move inside the mountain. I don't know how much does it create motion sickness, but at the beginning for me this was very difficult. And right now it's just second nature for me to move a bit more precise in the mountain or in places which are hard to get to.
Well, I share the same view and feeling. It used to be quite hard for me to navigate inside the mountain. Now it just feels like you said, second nature. And it's funny
Yeah.
that, especially from doing these hard reviews, which is basically completing the game back to back, all the quests, everything, all the content, and especially with the quest of searching for the artifacts and having to navigate from there and trying to think on top of your head like what are the best routes and how to reach each of those places. I can really know where you're going all the time now. I don't feel lost anymore, to say this. Hmm.
All right. Let's get back to here. And yeah, regarding this place. So
We could close it
this
right
end
there.
this entrance is quite useful to find this place.
Hmm. Can we make it simplified? Like I can see we can go down, we can stay on the same level, go up.
Mm-hmm.
That is quite
So
confusing, that place. Hmm.
I'm thinking then let's do let's do it like we don't need this hole. This hole is very cool, but it's
It is.
using these vines and it's really getting I really like the place, but it's really not. Is this a new mountain at the Seven Summits? Asking. It's a a mobile version of it.
It's the Misty Mountain, same mountain as ever.
Of
But
course,
we have
yeah.
to make a reduced version of this mountain because the one that we everyone saw, it's the complete full mountain, but it's pretty much unplayable on the launcher due to the frames per second. So, being that the case, we are reducing it, making let's call it a mobile version of the mountain, which is reduced, will be much better to play, good frames per second, at least we hope so. And yeah, that's about it. And I was also thinking, so also yesterday, I was brainstorming on logics on GameMaker 0.7, and I think that what I wanted to say when you're talking about when we're talking about logic and all that stuff is that there's actually ways to do things that I believe we have not even discovered. So there's ways to make things much simpler, much more optimized, but that we haven't discovered yet, and yet it's still yet to be discovered. So I'm onto something, I have to say, into a type of logic that will substitute. So the other way that we would do it, it would require a lot of assets, a lot of things happening to make this, and it's a new type of RNG. And this, if this works, we can actually replace it with tiny logic, very simple and very tiny logic that could work through all the map. And this would be a great one for the new expansion. So yeah, I'm quite curious to explore that one later on. And if it works, it's also going to be sort of groundbreaking. It will show a lot of possibilities. There's many use cases that can be done on that, not as only RNG, but there's actually many things that can be done. So what we're building, the way that we're building right now, I'm pretty sure that it will be very obsolete in 1 year, 2 years from now, especially when you know that there are tutorials out there. And for example, tutorials. Okay, tutorials out there. They tell you to make an RNG that is pretty much all the same. So that's the way we figured out to do RNGs in the game maker. But let's imagine that a creator finds a new way to do RNGs. And we saw that with the John Crow doing a non-linear type of RNG. It's different. So the more type of tutorials on with different ways to do things, it will also unlock, it will become new standards for creators. So right now, the type of RNG that we use, that is pretty much all the type of RNG that everyone uses, it's the meta right now. It's okay, this is how you do an RNG. Until something new comes out and like, hey, this is a new way to do RNGs. And everyone's like, okay, this is much more optimized. It takes much less work on the computer to process this information. And then everything that we once did, now no one does it because there's a new way to do it. And sometimes it's already there. We already have the features, but we have just not thought about it. So certain things we're doing here on the Game Maker, it could be actually already obsolete without us even noticing. I can already see some paths being closed. And do you remember how many galleries that we said that this map actually had?
Actually had, well, it's very hard to count because it's sometimes very hard to say where one starts when other end. Um, but I'm pretty sure over 30.
Okay, some of them you consider passages.
Yeah, like passages. So,
Okay,
or you could call it like a gallery. Like this is more a
small.
passage or a gallery. So,
That's a small
um,
gallery.
yeah. So yeah, sometimes it's really difficult to to say.
Mm-hmm.
And just because the building is quite dynamic and it's not like squarish, I would call it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really also hard to just count them. Yeah, like I could consider like this place 2 galleries, maybe even 3. Like
Hmm.
I consider
This
this a
place.
place,
Uh-huh.
then there is like this kind of place, and there is this kind of pathway.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. All right, yeah, let's fix with water. Water will take quite a lot of time just because of its nature. Um, it's quite hard to see the water sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now time to take some water and close down that waterfall. This is quite a learning process. I think that there could not have been a better experience for us to start our game maker careers than the Misty Mountain. Any map that we would do, we probably have already gained a very good conscience on what should and not should be done, or what's possible, what's, I don't know. What do you say?
Yeah, well, at least for me, I totally understand now. Well, not maybe totally understand, but much, much, much more of what it takes to make a game.
Hmm.
Um, at least I consider myself a person who is capable of well, many things, but um, game making was very new to me, and right now I feel like, yeah, I learned so much, even so much things which is not even in game making. Like I right now I'm even better dental technician than before, just because I experience what it is to build like a game. Um, so yeah, um,
I relate to
yeah,
you.
yeah. It's definitely experienceful. I don't know the right word.
Experienceful.
Yeah. Oh,
And Seven
um,
Summits is saying that's why I'm super happy starting the Kilimanjaro. Starting a new game is very cool, better than correcting bugs of old experiences. Well, correcting bugs is a thing. It's definitely a thing. And we can talk about it. uh, Fixing bugs and correcting bugs. We've been doing that for quite some time. But also it's also a very good learning experience. I think if you approach it with the right mindset, although some tasks can be very consuming, you can get sort of burned out from doing it quite after some time. It also, and for sure, is a learning experience for you. And when you get to do a new map, you're not going to repeat the same mistakes or stuff that you learned on what to do, what not to do. I'm pretty sure that you're either going to avoid those, or yeah, you're just going to be much more careful or thoughtful regarding those particular aspects that you found yourself some trouble, some issues in your past experiences. And that's why I was saying that this would have not been a better experience to start with, because it kind of gave us the impression on pretty much all game maker limits. Either it is from logic, from map creating, from optimizing on how much you could decorate the map, and yeah, I think that is one of the most experiences that we took out from this build, Givesh, which is actually figuring out what are the limits of the game maker 360 degrees through all the platform. I7 Summit, thank you for hopping by. Hope that you have an amazing week, and see you on the next one. So yeah, finding the limits of the game maker, it actually gives you a very very good insight of what is possible, what's not possible, where you should go, what you should try to avoid. And we were pretty much reckless when we were beginning. We are like, yeah, let's add a tons of decoration, or let's overdo this logic and add a bunch of stuff and be completely careless about anything and everything. We're just like, we want to build, let's do this. And right now it's a much different approach. Oh goddamn, this cough.
Yep. Um, Regarding myself, I really feel like this map unlocked things in me that was not there before. Like, I really start to understand that to to create something, I learned to create something not beautiful, but something more towards beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
much more than I was able before. So, for example, if some sort of person asked me to make something beautiful, I feel much more ready right now than I was before.
I took
Not even
a
in game maker, just overall in life.
okay. I took a peek in the new experience.
It's
I really like that starting point. Let's call it like that.
yeah, I really, I wanted to make it as fast as possible, just to make the things that we need to,
Mm-hmm.
and build from there. Because what I learned from this experience, plan ahead, like really plan ahead, because you will be doing those things that need to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take on a really, even 1x1 is not that small, but every time, if you want to create a place, which, at least for myself, which I it looks nice for me, it takes time. Every place needs to be somewhat handcrafted, at least. Yeah, every asset needs to be placed, so um, you should,
Mm-hmm.
at least I try to plan ahead. And regarding the things that we want on that experience, at least for this moment, um, is overall idea. So I really try to concentrate on that, to
Mm-hmm.
create something which might even inspire other people to maybe see something else, or to be grateful. um, and yeah, that was the main point of just trying out the idea. Of course, in regards of visuals, because, well, I'm interested in visual things, like, how does it look, um, in the feel of the space, regarding game building. So I don't know, when did you look it? Did you look it quite a lot time ago, or
No, yesterday because
yesterday? All right,
I was
yeah.
having this brainstorm about this logic, and I just like, okay, I just want to place some numpads to take it out of my head just to see if this actually makes logic. And I was just okay. I need a place to go, and it needs to be on 0.8 because use the timer. And well, we got that experience on 0.8. I was like, okay, sorry, Givesh, I'm just going to place some numpads in here if you don't mind. I'll take them out later.
No,
So if
of
you find a
course.
couple of numpads in the top of it, it's
Bruno,
just
there, you should saw that I was just placing, assets for myself.
oh, I saw those
So yeah,
on the
there is
back.
so much
Yeah,
place. My God, like,
it
starting the
is.
new experience, which is completely empty. It's different.
So what I was about to say is that uh, place where you start, is that asset a sandbox asset that you used, or is it something that it's been designed?
The place that you start, it's like quite
When
high.
you look down,
Oh, it's from Sandbox Assets. Yeah, it's
okay.
it's uh, it's just. something
And
that I wanted to
mhm,
see, the the size of it, how much,
mhm.
how big it should be in the screen. So
It
yeah.
looks very personalized. I thought it was that asset, but at the same time, I was like, since it was used in such a different way, when you look at it, it makes you think of a different. Your mind does not get to what it is, but it gets to something different. Like, oh, this looks like this, and it's not actually the asset that it's there. We're just speaking code so that no one understands what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
So
It's not fair.
yeah, not fair.
Now let's change
Um,
topic. It's going to be good when we get to build that one on screen as well. But like the Misty Mountain, remember when we started to build on stream, it was already pretty much advanced.
it had a clear idea.
Hmm. I think it still needs to somehow reach the same spot, or at least have a good ground before we actually go on screen with that one. So yeah, this is the final step that we're doing
All
over
right,
here.
we already 1 hour in trying to close off.
Hmm.
So maybe let's just start to show people, well, the process of deleting some places, not
Okay.
places, but so for example, this is one of the rooms that we do have a fox.
Oh, by
Well,
the way, do you have the counter of blocks? So
I
when we
was thinking about that, and I'm
hmm
thinking that I will just relaunch my script to
and count
calculate
again.
them. Yeah,
Okay.
because right now, like one by one, adding those numbers, it will just
Hmm.
takes every time, every that kind of process takes seconds. And
Hmm.
well, I created a script which just counts all of the things that I leave in the what it is in the hierarchy
Hmm.
search. And yeah, I can count it all of those, so I think
Yeah, I
it should
think
not be a problem.
we can
What
do
do you think,
that.
Bruno?
It will save time. So whenever you're doing a break, you just go like, okay, count it,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
you basically let the computer work for you. Okay, let's do it like that. Time to press del.
Yeah, so it's just
Ooh.
basically what I'm going to do is just select the assets and
And delete.
yeah, we should see that every time the memory should go overall
A
lower.
little. Well, actually, you have the logo. We cannot tell much. But we can see the frames per second are getting
Hmm.
37. So we were at 30, 30, 27. We're like that's low. And just from this little bit, it seems like it's already going up. 35, 31. Sometimes it drops. Oh, now it went to 14. So what do you think about blocking out this room already once you deleted everything? Or
Blocking room this already. Yeah, we could do that because, well, every time then going back
at
and
least it's finished, done and done. No
yeah,
visit
yeah,
back.
I exactly. So I really like the idea of that. So probably that's a good decision
Okay.
um
And it
to do that.
seems that
Yeah,
it's
it's all
empty.
clean.
Hmm.
Let's use dirt. I don't know. What do
Okay.
you think, Bruno?
Let's dirty it up. And
um,
let's ask
yeah.
everyone what do they think of this process? Everyone that's watching right now, I can see an entrance from there,
I
or no?
think it's no, not an entrance. It's just some formation that
Okay.
happened. The really neat way is to go into inside out world and
Mm-hmm.
just see any kind of things. So it's possible to move in the inside out world, which is quite cool. It's really easy to see some leftover blocks which are
Assets.
not filled, or assets. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a thing that probably people
Actually, it's a good resource to be able to see from the inside world, because you can
yeah.
actually hide stuff there as well. Hey, this feels very exciting, I have to say. closing out these places, doing the mobile version, let's call it, of the game, I have quite a big expectancy to see what will be, how much frames per second will we be able to achieve.
Yeah, definitely. Um, Interesting just because of understanding the game maker.
Hmm.
Um, yeah.
And we have a count of how much assets we had before this, right? So we can make a
Yeah, I would
comparison of.
also, yeah,
Mhm,
I can definitely, because it takes, so when you make a script, some sort of which can able to count, it's so easy to just enter the name of the asset that you want to know how much of it is, launch the script, it goes,
mhm,
it's, you just look that it did not like fail, like like no pop-ups appeared on the PC which could like grab the mouse or something.
mhm,
It's not, for me, does not happen, but for example, someone calls or something and it changes the
position of
uh,
stuff.
yeah, for example, so some things, so you're just there, to just observe that the tool does what it's created to do,
Hmm.
and yeah, and you just add the info where you need it, and it's really really neat. I really like that, ability to create these tools. um,
Hmm.
I see that it's very useful probably in every sector of possible, um, how to say, it's a tool in your baggage,
That you
whatever
can
you
use.
have some
Yeah,
sort of.
I think more than ever, there's going to be soft skills for like soft programming skills. Like you do simple stuff, like for example, doing an auto clicker on stuff. I think those sort of soft skills will become more common than ever. People actually knowing how to create simple macros, for example, things that can help them in their daily life, like some sort of know how to make your own helper. And
Yep,
what I want to say regarding this is that okay, first room blocked out, poof, gone. Hell yeah. So what I want to
let's
s-
save it.
to say is that it will be very cool. So when we actually are able to do two type of screenshots, like one, this is where we started. This was the frames per second. This is the amount of assets. This is where we finished, and this is the number of frames per second, allocated memory on all those stats, and number of assets, and then
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
very good indicator on how much it has improved.
Yeah, definitely. This is a very great idea, just to understand and show the difference.
Maybe we can get into something like, for example, you open a new experience, zero assets, zero anything. There's that. And you have this version, the version that had all of these assets, all of this logic, and there's these frames per second, there's this.
You
And
know,
then we have this reduced one. Hmm.
sorry, Bruno, to interrupt, but just before mining, because we will mine today, I'm thinking
Hmm.
of also starting with this.
To delete all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Yep. All right.
Oh, yeah. We got to do what we got to do. No
Yep.
holding back.
Exactly.
So, yeah, this is a big room. And this has a lot of assets, especially animated assets.
Especially animated assets.
Hmm. This could actually be a. We already saw, like, just from deleting about 30 mineable blocks, that's already like 1 frame per second on play mode. And we have thousands of those. And probably we're going to delete a bunch of them as well.
Well, regarding the boulders, it's one
Hmm.
of my favorite assets. It has so little faces. Like, Gush made a really great job creating this asset. I love how it looks, and it is so performance friendly.
Hmm.
Like regarding some assets, which are like very face heavy, and when we created that tool to count assets or whatever you want to, um, um, you can start to count how much faces are in your map, and
Is it
the
possible?
numbers get. Mhm.
Is it possible to transform that into a executive
Yeah, the way that
into a
I
file that you
do
can
it.
run? Like
Yeah,
you could just like, hey, you have to install this, and you can run it, and you'll get the results. For example.
the way that I do it,
Hmm.
it's already a software
Okay.
which takes care of those. I did a little research towards that, but I would not put like a lot of hopes,
Okay.
just because screen might be different. All right, so
But
if you
for
have smaller
example,
screen,
have something where you can choose the display of your screen.
yeah, in that kind of sense, at least I would do it with Python.
Hmm.
So I do know a little bit of Python and how to create at least this kind of tool in Python. But
Hmm.
I did find a tool, a software, which makes that process of creating auto clicker
Hmm.
or some sort of macro very, very easy. So it's
Okay.
very intuitive, and so
And
um,
ChatGPT would not able to like, hey, I want you to do this task I'm doing here, but I want you to make it executable or make a program out of this.
well, how to say, it's a script with
Hmm.
a special, not special. So all right, let's call it like so. Um, the way that I do it
Hmm.
is there is a special program that you, well, not special, it's Actonia. It's a special software which is made to create macros, and it has a user interface. And when you use a user interface and you create the macro,
Hmm.
you can save it into a simple text file, and then you see the real script. Then you
Hmm.
see all of the script. It's definitely possible to run the same script in probably Python or whatever, but you have to have the correct functions. So what does that program do? It's basically when I call a function click position, it does know what to do. So that's what that software is making. Um, and regarding to transfer that into executable, you have
Hmm.
to add all of those functions in your Excel file for the
Hmm.
other PC to understand them. So you
Hmm.
first have to give the instructions, then you give the procedure of things to happen. And that is not that easy. Like,
Hmm.
to know what kind of screen they're using,
Hmm.
what sort of chipset
Was
are
that
they
the
using.
one you deleted? Was not from the other room?
It was from
Okay,
right
okay.
here, but
I thought it could be from other type of room. Don't mind.
but thank you
All
that
good, all
you're
good.
that you're watching. Thank you. Um, so I do not. I did find that people are trying to make
Just
executables from. Mhm,
Gibas, just to interrupt you 1 second. You saw that on Mono right here. That's why I took the logo from the screen.
mhm.
On Mono, we were at 1,100, and then you stopped for a little bit and decreased below 700. So here it's a number that I'm very curious because I think that the Mono is actually the one that's going to tell us on how heavy the game is actually how much is the RAM consuming. And
Very
we
true.
saw that,
Yeah.
yeah, we just went below 700, which is very good. So quite curious to see when we finish this and we get to our first. So we still got plenty of minutes to keep deleting, so there's still a lot of room for optimization even on this session. So let's see, we already have a reference. We went up as high as 1,100, then it decreased drastically to 600, and when I caught it, it was like 690 something. So right now we're at, I think you have to be like, you remember when you're talking, explaining, and you got idle for just 1 second? That's when you kind of sort of resetted down and dropped the mono allocation of the RAM. So let's see how good we can go and how much that also affects the playability of the game. I'm very, very curious. So I just took down this so everyone could also see how much is the mono RAM allocated right now and how much we will get it in the end. Okay. So
Yeah.
for now, ChatGPT programming, it's still not that natural slash easy.
I would not call it like so. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, imagine me taking a screenshot of that script that I created and
Mm-hmm.
using ChatGPT for visual understanding and just ask
Mm-hmm.
it, here's a script. Please make it in Python. Please make it in C++.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So these kind of things is not out of at least my mind. So I do feel like I can give quite difficult tasks to the artificial intelligence that we have today.
Mm-hmm.
And at least for me, I found even ChatGPT 3 very, very useful. ChatGPT 3.5 was a bit difficult to work in some kind of sense, but it was already more capable. And right now with ChatGPT 4, um,
I haven't tried that one.
it's getting really, really, really useful. So at least for me, I feel like programming is getting closer and closer to me every day, just because I have the tools to learn them. So basically, um, ChatGPT really helps me to do things that I do not know yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, for
By the way,
example,
did you close that entrance from there where the skeleton is?
no, but I'm thinking of saying goodbye to this place with all of the skeletons.
Okay. So all that entrance, yeah, that's kind of like the last mazy place, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I think that whenever I go there, it's one of the places I'm like, oh, god damn it, this place is full of
Yeah.
enemies.
And
I don't like them.
regarding,
I'm lost.
I feel actually the same. And regarding this place, I'm thinking of doing entrance like that.
Bypassing. Okay, that's very easy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah. So
It
that's
kind of.
that's
Mm-hmm.
what I really was spending a lot of time just thinking about how to make this process of
Mm-hmm. You can still leave that fella there just for a little bit.
um,
We don't need to take out of all the scariness. You can leave that little fella there. At
well,
least only that
just
one.
because we do entrance right here, so maybe I will
Mm-hmm.
just push him towards us a little bit.
Okay, sounds fair. And also, that's going to give more dynamic to that place, which kind of felt like we're heading into a not say dead zone, but like a dead, not a dead corner.
But yeah, that place is even this solution to make entrance here might even go to um the master version. How do I say it?
Mm-hmm. I would not be surprised as well. So
Yeah.
Secret Meow is asking, where do we get that profiler at top right corner? Is that built-in tool of Game Maker? So he's talking about the frames per second. Yeah. You want
Yep.
to talk a little bit about it?
Control F9.
Let
Control
me take.
F9. Half
Yeah, I'll
dark.
take this.
I
Okay.
half dark.
Yeah, it was
Half
Alfthor.
orc. Half orc. Sorry.
Alfthor.
Um. Uh. Tell us that if you control F9, it will add this right here, and it is very, very, very helpful.
I'm quite surprised how there's not a sort of shortcut, like
Like
thing.
if you
Like when you.
open up these
Mhm.
settings and if you view control list, it's not here. You know?
Which is not cool. So, for example,
Yeah.
L. When you press L to see live, it's also not there. But
So
it's on
this
controls on. Can you see controls on play?
player,
Does it show L? Oh, it's actually show hide live. Okay, actually it does.
But Control
Fire that
F9 is
wall.
not here.
It's not there as well. Okay.
Interesting. Is that a new function? Well, it's in 0.711, so it's not that new.
It is not that new.
And
We
I do not
and
know when it appeared, just because I just know about it not that old ago. So, or how to say it? Yeah.
yeah, we know about this for like I'm not sure if even 6 months. Quite hard to tell, but it's a very good one. This has been our best friend for a long time, we have to say, and it's one of those things that you should really pay attention to it. And what we'll be doing from these streams is actually telling you the results from this, and we will share a screenshot with the number of assets that we have in game, and then we'll tell you, hey, this is the amount of frames per second, allocated RAM, reserved, mono, and you get to see the differences when we make this reduced slash mobile version, where we're going to post as well, hey, here's our new frames per second, the number of assets, and the number of RAM, and this is the difference you can see by optimizing the map. Like these are the differences, major difference that you would get into the game. And then, of course, other tests like when you're playing, how low does it drop the frames per second, and just, well, let everyone public what will be the outcome of this experience. I think the way that we have been sharing our own discoveries on the Game Maker have been useful not only for us, but at least we're making the effort to let everyone know what is everything that we're taking conclusions out of here, and those, I think it will enrich everyone in terms of knowledge of what you can do on the Game Maker. It's not the most wow thing. It's pretty much technical on this in that term, but it's very useful. Nonetheless, it's a very useful thing to know. Oh, where did this came from? That
Yeah,
already
this is.
existed?
Sorry.
That shortcut was already there?
No. This was not
Oh,
in the master version. No, it's just
okay.
happened when I deleted the water.
Because there's a you left kind of some places like, hey, surprise. So you're also taking care of this place, right?
Yep.
Okay, gone. 745. I'm very curious when we get to reopen the Game Maker on how much this will be. But we can see
Well,
already, like, when you're deleting, it goes down a little bit. But we have reached already 38 frames per second.
Well, regarding my PC, it's not a good metric. So just because I'm rendering a lot of screens at the moment, so I'm getting camera from Bruno, I'm getting camera from me, from Bruno's phone, I'm getting camera from my phone. I'm recording the screen and then pushing it again through the internet through to the StreamYard. And GameMaker is always using 100% of the processor. And regarding the data that is going through Wi-Fi, it's also processor heavy. Like, so when you are recording, a lot of games actually have struggles. You have to have a really powerful PC to stream without any kind of loss in the game performance.
Actually, I saw Joseph. He was posting his new setup for the streams. I think he deleted something that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do Control Z.
He was posting like his new setup. I gotta say, that looks fire. Woo! That looks like something you would use to go to
Exactly. Yeah.
Mars or to go to the moon.
Exactly. When
Yeah.
people have a proper PC, then yeah. But if you have a normal PC and you're streaming and gaming, well, that really takes a lot. Yeah.
Guys, your setup also looks amazing. You guys have awesome rigs, by the way. One day, when I grow up, I'll have a rig like yours, like Joseph, like Go West, Gibbous. We'll get there when we grow up.
True, true. Yeah. But I was afraid just some time ago. I was researching into virtual machines,
Hmm.
and if I will have a possibility to run multiple computers on my computer, I will
Uh huh.
definitely do that.
You can
So
rent. By the way, you can rent computers. Did you know that? Like in the internet,
yeah,
like
yeah,
you could like a
especially for
virtual.
gaming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically, there's a service. You log in, and basically you can use an. I've know that because especially for 3D programs, like there's some companies that actually just have um, they have computers with all the software, and they just like, hey, you want to use this computer that has all the plugins, all the softwares, you just pay this amount of money per month, and you can use it anytime. So basically, you're working through remotes on another computer, which is super, super, super powerful. I'm just saying that, yeah, that's already a reality.
Yep. Though I feel like some sort of relationship with my PC.
Of course, it's yours. It's like you're there with him every day.
Yeah, and I really like the idea of having just. Well, I do learn that virtual machines are very useful. Like, if you want to program something, or just check something, or you want to just even check a new software, do you like it? It's so useful, just to create a virtual machine, install the software in that one, and if you don't like it, you just delete the virtual machine and your PC keeps intact. It's like
Hmm.
some sort of even a protection system. So for example, if you want to I don't know, make some sort of um,
Especially in crypto world.
yeah, for example, I was thinking about that it's
For
just
example,
useful.
a scam that happened. I think it was almost 1 year ago that affected a couple of our SenFam, which was some guys passing as game devs like, "Hey, we want you to test out our new game. It's still on the alpha version, but we'll pay you to test it. Just install this exe on your computer and
Yeah,
give the
yeah.
feedback." You remember that scam that got like a
I
couple of
did
our
not
SenFam?
was aware that this was happening, but whatever exe you need to install in your PC, that's a possible problem.
If you have something like that that has no wallet connected on, for example, that would be a safety measure.
Yeah,
Let's call it like
exactly,
that.
exactly. Yeah, no wallet connected, and if you are able to have more like safety features, like
Hmm.
VPNs and some sort of things. But yeah, it's just cool to have this kind of
Hmm. And give
processing
us.
power.
I'll be right back. I need to make a quick bio break.
All right,
So
of course. I'm
give me
just
a couple
clicking
of
here.
minutes. All right. And if you would like to explain for someone that might have joined us now and is looking, why is Gibbous deleting the map? Should they be worried? Should they be concerned? I'll be
No, no,
right
I, I
back.
I will. Yeah, explain. Um, yeah. So we are just trying to get more frames. We need frames, Papa. Like, yeah, and there's a lot of happening in this map, and I think it's probably mostly hardware issue, because for example, for boss killer, the experience is running perfectly, but of course his rig is like crazy. Like, yeah, it's to see those beasts, those computers, like just just killing it. um so for example, right now I'm running in editor 34 frames. All right, he is running super stable 60. in the same map. Everything is the same. For him, it's 60 stable. And I'm just looking at my rig and just thinking, all right, I getting 33 like FPSs right here. So I do understand that people do not have these kind of crazy rigs, and it's a problem. We do want to people to play it, and if people will not be able to run it, for example, I remember I had a PC and I was unable to run RuneScape. All right, so I had so much potato PC that it was unable to run RuneScape. Then, after 2 years, when PCs got better, finally I was able to play RuneScape with my friends. Um, so yeah, we want to experience to be as much as user friendly regarding the PC requirements, and unfortunately it happens that we need to go lower on that. So it's pretty neat that we did backup and we do have a version where there is like, actually we have like two versions. We have like maybe a little bit over the top with the assets, then we have, I think, a really nice place with the assets, and now we are creating one which is like for a mobile version of it, just as just even that a like simple phone should like run it. If game maker is not able to run this experience even then, well, I still think that we still have a ways to improve that. um, but I hope that this is really the thing that will help a lot. um, yeah.
I'm pretty
Mm,
confident that this will be enough.
well, I hope so, you know.
Just continuing to
Maybe
take a peek there on the mono RAM.
the things that you said regarding, you know, the more maybe resource friendly logic, um,
Mm-hmm.
it's maybe possible, but you know, again, when we need to test, we need to figure
Mm-hmm.
out, and it takes time. So I definitely see like
There's research
improvement.
involved,
Yeah, exactly.
testing,
um,
experimenting. Yeah.
and we are now doing this just because we really want you to have possibility to play it. Like the features that we are building for will still come up, so we are ready to just, you know, freeze this experience and build something else, but we want to also maybe test and um, see how players use it, play it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, because you know, for example, when the land publication comes out, I'm pretty sure there will be some experience which is just my PC is just unable to run. Like if I go into it, I just crash. Whatever I would do, I will just crash.
Mm-hmm. There's probably
Basically,
going to be some sort of like have some sort of indicators, easy, medium, hard experience, like in terms of difficulty, playtime, medium playtime, and PC requirements. So probably you're going to find like a profile of each experience that will tell you, okay, this is an heavy experience and it requires like medium average of all the users has been 2 hours complete, and the rating is this is a hard game. So when you're about to enter, you're like, okay, this is a hard game, takes about 2 hours, and it requires an heavy PC to run it. You think it would be something like that?
yeah, I see that happening. Like so, yeah, that basically, whatever sandbox is open for for all the people to publish whatever they create,
Hmm.
um, there will be a lot of things happening. And performance, well, we tested it that, well, even 1x1 fully
Hmm.
like decorated, the engine cannot keep up with it.
Well,
Like if you add it, no, maybe a lot, we have a lot of decorations, but we have a lot of logic also.
we have yeah, I think that the logic weights 50-50 on this map. Like it's pretty balanced. From the test we did, it's actually, if we consider 60 frames per second the top, I think it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty balanced. I think that we are able to keep like third without anything on the map, just the mineable blocks and the logic running. We can keep it like 35 frames per second, maybe 40. So I would say it's quite even split up, at least on this experience for
Yeah.
decoration, assets, and logic wise. On new one with
I have to
the
agree. I have to
yeah,
agree.
but the
Yeah.
new one with the logic circles, so that sort of takes out from the game. I would say that way of doing things should make the game run faster. But yeah, that's going to be a fun experience when we get to migrate to see what's actually the just from migrating performance wise, how much does it improve? This is such a huge place to block out.
No worries, no worries. We will just I will do it offline. I just want to just remove the assets because I feel like they are the ones that take the most performance.
Hmm.
Oh, my eyes don't even see some of them.
They're so used to decoration. I see a
All right,
block up
so all
there.
right, a block.
Yeah, to the right. Oh, to the left. It's on top. Oh, well, there's more assets.
What
Yeah,
kind of block,
it
Bruno?
was no at the right. There were some mineable blocks. There, going
Oh,
up.
going up.
There,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, right here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I still
So
do not
that is
need
already blocked
all
out,
of
right?
this. Yep.
Okay.
Right
So I'm not
here.
sure how many
Yeah.
blocks did we take out, but I would say about hundreds by now.
Yeah, we might be somewhere really close 100. Um, this place I will. Well, get back, Fox. Um, this place will change a little bit, so go then.
So at least from the test, we saw that about average 30 blocks, it's 1 frame per second. So at least I would be expecting just from this change that we already did to have at least like from 3 to 5 frames per second increase. That would already change a lot at this stage. Okay, let me take out the logo. Oh, forgot this. Let me take out the logo just to see where we at. 7, 7. But as we're deleting, I can see that the reserved and allocated memory still go up. So it's still like in the memory, all the actions that it did,
Yep.
it's still in the memory. It still kind of remembers what it did. That would probably be because you have the Control Z function still active. So if you want to go back, it still has in memory of what it was, where it was. And once
Well,
we've
I think that how this happens, I will not be able to control Z that much.
Mhm,
No, it has a limit,
mhm,
but it does have the full experience as it was downloaded
mhm.
and memorized basically. So maybe it's something like that.
Only when it's
Um,
closed and open up again, it actually clear up that cache.
yeah, so I'm thinking, should I reopen it?
Already? Well, 1 hour and 40. Wow, these kind of flew. Yeah, let's try it. We have 20 minutes left, so
Oh,
everyone that
one more room. Sorry. So
okay,
let's
let's take care
do,
of this
Bruno,
one.
how we talk. Will you be able to stay a little bit longer for players to mine?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So
I'm all ear for our miners and for the Pickaxe Master, so I'm all good.
Right. So I'm thinking also deleting these assets and then do the restart
Hmm.
and see what what do we have.
Okay, and let's see, we've got 15 answers on the open form, and we've got 11 answers for pickaxe owners. So keep filling those up. We'll be deleting a little bit more, and then we're going to restart this experience and get to mining to see what's the difference we have accomplished today. And for Wednesday, I have to say that I'm also quite excited, Givish. So this process should be a little bit more advanced, right?
Definitely, yeah. As you can see, the process is quite fast, and the heavy thing is um, to just plan out which kind of places stays.
Hmm.
Um, but that should not be too kind of complicated, yeah, because I already thought a lot about it, and yeah, and I feel like it will not take too much time. Yeah,
Well, we you already kind of took down quite a bit, quite a chunk of the map.
yeah. Of
That
course,
one, you still
I
got a
did
rock there.
a
Yeah,
rock there. Yeah, this
in that
one
corner.
is.
But I understand when you say it's how easy to miss some stuff.
Yeah, of course, I will do a lot of double checking. So what I did learn from dental technology is that there is a way, to fix things. All right. So we also blocked right here.
Oh, these has many
Um,
assets. Okay, it's 785, almost reaching 4K. Maybe before closing, we could take a screenshot just to see the difference between this and when we open a new one.
let's do that. Yeah.
And
It's
actually, speaking
interesting.
about
What
mobile,
does
mhm,
my PC saying how much memory does use? So the sandbox is currently using 5.2 gigabytes of memory.
it's quite a lot.
It's more than it's more than we add these numbers together. So basically, not all of them. So it's not like 8 as they show it right there, but interesting, very interesting. Yeah, because to take 5 gigabytes of memory, that's quite a lot.
And have you noticed? Actually, I was not paying attention to that number. The milliseconds. Have you
So
saw that changing so far?
so Bruno, milliseconds and frames per second is basically the same thing.
Yeah, we had this conversation
It's
before.
it's just two different metrics. Like it's two
Yes.
different techniques to count the lag
Hmm.
or to count different things. Yeah. So they are basically the same thing.
Hmm.
You could like get one out of each other. Like you can get milliseconds from frames per second, or you can get frames per second from how much milliseconds does it take.
And I
So
gotta
it's
tell you, I'm a
basically the
bit
same
lost
thing.
right now in terms of where you are. But don't worry.
All right.
I'm like, where is this place that you're blocking out currently?
It's in the corner of the map. Corners actually is quite hard. Like, um, it's not easy to to not make it feel like a corner.
Hmm.
maybe, maybe just because I know it does feel like so. I'm not sure. All right, so we do have it here blocked. Oh, some blocks here.
Okay, so all of these areas blocked. I can. So yeah, there's a stone there, a couple of them. Yeah, this is also why blocking out also is quite useful because we actually know that one room is pretty much cleaned up.
Yeah, as you saw, blocking really takes some time. This also have to go.
Okay. Where is that leading to when you turn to the right?
It was leading to this kind of place,
No,
this
no, with
pathway.
the Outer Studios assets. Is not they are like inter
So
interact no inter yeah. Oh, it's only straight way. Okay, got
yeah,
it.
yeah, it's only straight way. So
Hmm.
yeah, unfortunately, but yeah, this I will do it off and well, hmm, I will fix this place a bit more with blocks. Though I think I should leave like those things to the offline. Let's
Mm-hmm.
fix this kind of block. It's not looking too good.
Yeah, we'll probably need to add some decoration to those walls so
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't look
of
just so
course.
flat.
But that will be the last thing.
Hmm. You know, on natural caves, when there's actually then it becomes some sort of touristic site, and there's some sort of groundworks they do, and they block out actually with concrete some entrances of the caves. It's somehow it does resemble that. Like some construction workers just went there and like, hey, let's block out this stuff. You cannot enter here. This is restricted area.
All right, so let's look again. This place. Yep.
Okay, another one. So now we're going to need to find new pathings again.
It will be easier, I think. It will not mislead you as much. It will be like straight for what you need to go.
I also agree with you. Alright. And got a question for everyone that's playing on the for everyone that's playing on the game client right now. It's the Paris week, I believe, or it's the Paris mini season. What's been your favorite experience so far? And what you like the most about the games and experiences that have been posted there? And Eternal Net, this is the sandbox, but it's the game maker. So this is where games on the sandbox are made. This is the software that you use. And all of those games that you find running on the client from the sandbox have been made with this program, which is also a sandbox program. It's called the Game Maker. And here it's the Pickaxe Master, which is a mining game on the sandbox. And it will be available for you to play on the launcher one day. Cannot say much about it. It would be misleading, but if you want to know more about the journey of this project, about this team, about this game, you can go into our Discord server. You can also go into our website and find more about the project. It's different. I think there's two types of people in the sandbox: the players that stream only playing time, and the creators that stream mostly building time. And they're so two different. They're so different. The type of streams that each one of those bring to the community. I would not be surprised if this just becomes way, way more. Like when you have with Minecraft, there's a lot of people streaming building, a lot of people streaming playing the game as well. I can imagine that environment over here at the sandbox as well.
Mm, yeah.
You're already going that direction, okay? So you're going to close that. You're making a ground
This
there.
This
Mhm.
this will be a very nice pathway, very straight to right here.
Okay. Simplifying it. I like it.
Simplifying a little bit and just making it
More easily accessible. Okay.
more easily accessible and more like more like please go this way, like a
Mm-hmm.
stairways. Just, a shining stairways to some sort of thing that you need to pick up or to know where it is.
It was actually
Just because.
funny. Hmm.
Mhm.
Well, when I was doing the quests and I did not do the steel braids where we had to find for the artifacts in quite some time. So it was actually like, okay, how do I reach that place? And then just from me that I used to remember, I used to remember how to go to that place. So it's actually very, very complicated for a new timer to just know its way from scratch, not knowing just reach all of these places. So yeah, this is going to be much more easy, and especially for a demo version, for a first way for you to get on. If you the next time you decorate this map, and next time you go, there's like an expanded part of the map. At least you already know parts of it. You already feel familiar with what's happening. And Hedge, thank you for coming. No worries. We appreciate you being here, and we hope that you enjoyed yourself. And next time it will be Wednesday, and there it will be only about mining. It's the Lucky Wednesdays. So hope that you have a good week, and see you on Wednesday. Today it's a bit more technical regarding GameMaker. We're optimizing the map. This is the final optimization, and as you can see, it's pretty drastic one. This is probably the most drastic optimization we've ever did. Compared to the other one that we were deleting assets, we're just optimizing decoration. Even compared to that one, Gibbous, I kind of, the funny thing, we deleted so many assets, and I don't miss them. Like I do not look around like, oh, this is
Yeah,
not decorated.
we did very well, I think. Yeah. Regarding the optimization, we just
Hmm.
relooked. Do we need this? And we left only that where we need. So it was a splendid thing. Yeah, I'm very very happy for how that came out.
Yeah, actually, you did not tell the difference like before and after. And I didn't see anyone also saying like, this is underdone. That passage is very neat. I'm not sure if this is needed, but this passage, well, all the
Yeah,
passages, all the passages are neat.
The upstairs will change a bit, and upstairs actually for me is still quite a challenge to
Hmm.
figure out. Well, let's leave it for now. But yeah, I'm thinking that we are in the right place to save it.
Hmm.
Also, no, maybe I will just remove some more blocks right here. I leave the rabbit to know where I need to block out.
Hmm.
But I just want to see how much the yeah, just we did a
How
quite
much we
a
can
little bit,
save. Hmm.
and so 10 seconds. I have 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
Oh, by the way, speaking which, how
Right.
inclined would you be to participate in one of those battles from Outer Studios?
Oh boy. To see those people building so fast, I would not consider myself a fast builder. I really love the details, and probably I should like learn to um, have the right approach to those things. But I would definitely love to try it. Mm, let's save it just again, just to see.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, you would not have a strong opponent, let's say.
Sorry, I did not catch it.
You would not be facing a strong opponent.
Um, well, I'm not sure. Well, what does determine strength in
What's that?
creativity? What does determine strength? Like you say, if I would not have a strong like I don't know. It's just uh,
Well, it
it's
would be
stressful.
I know it would be basically the Pickaxe Master team. So it would be some sort of you versus me type of battle in the game maker, and I'm pretty sure that yeah would not be a strong competition, but it would be fun to
Oh,
do it.
you against me?
Yeah.
Oh, now I
Uh-huh.
understood maybe the plot. Um,
So that I was
well, it
saying it
will
won't. It,
not would be easy for you. I would tell you that
it won't
you
be.
just because of practice, just because of experience in the game maker. But I definitely know that you will come up with much greater game logic and quests and
I'll
just
have to rely
everything.
something. I'll have to rely
Um,
on something. What are my
so
strengths?
exactly. So everyone has its strength, and um, that is very important to know.
My map would just be a simple hut with an NPC, and everything unfolds from there.
Basically, a one big numpad, like
Yeah,
uh,
that's all my game. You go to that numpad, and everything unfolds, and that's
yeah.
about it. That's how I'm going to use my two
And
hours.
probably my games would have zero logic in it. Just go and just explore. Like you're the create your own quests.
Create your own quests. Well, it could be some sort of hide and seek type of place. Well, there's many things that you can do without any logic at all, special for social hubs. Wicked 2 says, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Make your
Well,
dreams come true.
it would be just for fun.
Of course, of course. Well, Bruno, we will see how it happens. Maybe
Okay.
someday. But right now, we have so much to build. Like,
No, it won't be for this month or anything like that. And you're totally right. And I still have to up my game maker skills, especially for terraforming. I would probably waste my 2 hours just to make something simple.
well, yeah. Well, I saw some of those battles, and it's stressful. Like, be on the air and just build. Um, and I'm not sure, but maybe they get some sort of theme just before they build.
Hmm.
So,
I do believe that. Although it's too
so
random
like
to.
you do not know what you will get.
Maybe they know like in week advance, so they could practice or think of.
Well, I'm not sure that it's then equal.
Hmm.
I think that they should like have you do not know what will be the theme or the
Like you open the experience and like, hey, this is today's thing. Go, pow.
yeah. I think that it should be like so just because um I think it's a challenge or battle of creativity. And if I can use ChatGPT and maybe my friend, if I have 1 week in advantage, like I can ask my friend, like, what do you think about this? I can create a plan. I can create a lot of, so you can have a system to
Hmm.
to approach creativity. And I think it's not about that.
Hmm.
But that's only,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I got you. Okay, let's try Control F9 before we do anything. Okay, 646. At least for monoram, we kind of decreased it by a bit. In terms of frames per second, it's quite odd. We're getting less. I don't understand that. But in terms of mono memory, it's less.
All right, so let's try to play it. I did
Let's see what
not
happens.
took a screenshot, but I do.
Yeah, I was paying attention to it. And goddamn it, these got really slow unloading this. Okay, here we are. Let's get back our logo here. And let's start to mine. Now, for all the miners that were persistent enough to hold through these 2 hours of building on the Game Maker with us, you will be rewarded now with the mining chance. So, the lesser you are right now, the more chances that you have to actually be one of the lucky miners. Let's take advantage of that. Let's equip all of this stuff. And Givish, where would we start? I would start with pickaxe owners this time.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm
Just
LDTech
give
Week
me.
82. Now it is the time. Thank you for going through all of this stream, and hopefully you found it entertaining or helpful, resourceful. Hey there, Sugar Cubes. You're not hella late. You're actually right on time. We're only going to start to mine now. We've been building for 2 hours. It's been a different stream. And we're starting the mining actions just right now. So fill it up those farms as fast as possible. And you actually arrived just right on time. So get your
All
pickaxe
right.
shiny.
So I'm ready to do the first raffle for the pickaxe owners. Just let me write down that this is the pickaxe owners. All right. So.
Oh, now this gets in a different. It gets like in sort of our way. The banner. Is it possible to put the banner on top to change the layout of the banner? Let me check here.
Ooh. The
I've
banner
not.
edit. Probably
Oh.
not.
Shit! What did I do? Oh.
Yeah, we can probably.
I've
just
changed the
do
layout.
this one.
Can you change the layout back again?
We can do it like so. Oh, all right. We do.
I tried to drag it and I did something here.
Yep.
Oh, edit layouts. Okay, I can see it. Oh, this is new.
Yeah, we can probably do something like that.
Okay, here we go. Ah.
Well, we will need to look more into more of those layouts. But
Yes,
yeah,
we
let's
will.
get.
Let me check. Oh, I thought it was a big one already. Custom. What happened?
All right, I see the list there.
Oh, I can see the two layouts here. Okay. Let me. And while you do that, I'm just playing around with the layouts.
Yep.
Huh.
So the wheel is up, and
Okay.
let's spin it.
Let's
shuffle,
spin
of
it.
course, before. Let's
And
shuffle,
good luck, everyone.
and let's spin it.
Let's do this. Okay, this should be big by now. Okay, I think it's good. And actually, I think I can see here on how to change this stuff. I can see two things. Okay, let's leave this for after the stream. Good luck, everyone. And we've got JDog777 as the first lucky miner of today. If you're still watching the stream, neat. Let's see if you're still watching the stream. So if you are, please write in the chat so we can give you one pickaxe and grant you a chance to be one of the lucky miners and get some cool prizes here in the Misty Mountain. Let's give it up 1 minute because it's been quite some time since we started the stream. So I would say some have left, some have went, some have stayed, some. Oh, we have to take out the wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, just waiting.
I'm just thinking maybe JDog will see in the screen that
Fair enough. I would say not around.
Yep.
So
Let's.
shuffle?
Do you think shuffle or just respin from
Shuffle.
J Dog?
Yeah, shuffle.
Shuffle
Mm-hmm. And
and
go.
let's respin.
Always good, just to shake it up. So in terms of frames per second, have you noticed like how we are not still able to reach steady 20 while streaming? It's quite incredible.
Yeah, that's
Although
actually quite invad. Like,
although our mono memory seems lower. I remember that we are able to reach up to one. It's growing so much.
do
Why?
do you remember it's being more than 1,000? It was like 1,200 a long
Mm-hmm.
time ago. The yoke
Yeah.
is on you.
Hey, congratulations. You okay? Are you around? I've not seen a message from him for quite some time. So GG, the yoke is on you. Are you around watching the stream? So if so, let us know. And if that's the case, it's a Ruby pickaxe that we're going to use. And if you have not filled that form yet, please do so. We just started to roll those pickaxes, and it's the first one out of 3. So fill it up that form and get your chances. Here we have the yoke is on you. All right, congratulations, fam. And let's get you here. Ruby pickaxe. Make gravel great again. Yeah, I'm going to take notes. What are the themes here? All right. Okay, good luck. We'll start mining. We're going to grab some gravel and let's see how happy is the Misty Mountain with these changes.
So whatever I can feel like, though it's too quickly to say, it's probably very similar how it usually gets.
Okay.
So while streaming, we still
Mm-hmm.
got it quite low.
7, 9. But in terms of camera movements, how does it feel?
In what I really feel like, the mining logic is very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just hit and it's very fast to drop.
Yeah, I can see at least that one just completely drops super fast.
Now it's
Okay.
been a little bit of struggle,
If you go
but
to the
overall,
lowest part, which is closer to the logic, so that's something we could have already done, which is to pull up the logic closer to the map. So everything that's down there, we're just going to grab everything. We're multi-selecting everything and just raising it to the
now I'm at the lowest
maximum.
point. I would not say that it's somehow different. The silver ore, very nice.
Well, that's different. Silver ore, first prize. You're closer to the source. You can get more luck with it.
So yeah, I'm at the lowest possible point, and I'm not sure if it's somehow better. I think that even if we are on top of the map, it's
Mm-hmm.
still quite good. At least I did not notice that kind of distance impacting the mining speed through all of our tests.
That was
Location
really
was very low.
fast. This is promising. So even with 8, 6, 10 frames per second, like we're getting right now, it kind of feels it's running faster. The speed of getting the prize loaded.
The price is definitely coming faster, but regarding
The hiccup.
the hiccup, it's still a little bit similar.
Mm-hmm.
At least for what I had like previous week. Though previous week was another silver nugget, was very
Or
hard because, or sorry, yeah, silver ore. Sorry, I was also getting Fred and Third, screen.
Mm-hmm.
So I got both of your cameras and both of your screens, and my PC just struggled. Like it just struggled to get all of those screens put onto one another silver ore. Yeah.
Well, I
Oh
would say
wow.
the mountain is happy. Mr. Mountain is very happy, and I bet that the Yoki is also happy right now. Well, one thing we
So
want to accomplish is the more stability. Whenever we got those drops, for some reason they seem to have a not a struggle, but stubborn to not dropping. Sometimes we have not figured out why that happens. It makes no sense to us. But we still got a lot of rooms to block out, right?
yeah, definitely. Even maybe that blockout will help, but there is still a lot of upstairs, which I believe will get smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And regarding the bottom, still we have a few places where still we did
Also,
not touch.
we
Yeah,
would
like here.
usually from streaming, not streaming, we get like 10 frames per second difference. So we would be
At
running, for
least
example, at
10, I
20.
would say.
One thing I've noticed is that the maximum and the minimum, they do not have that much of a variation.
And overall, I have to say, fourth silver ore. All right,
Oh yeah.
interesting. Um, I have to say, for example, for you, Bruno, Game Maker is just running so much better. Even
On my
maybe my
end.
PC have more RAM, and maybe it has more video memory.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just a quite similar processors, but your is just going so much faster. Like not much so much faster, but it just goes faster. So I'm thinking that just my PC is just not great for sandbox, for game maker, though my video
Hell
silver
yeah.
ore,
Let's go.
though my video card is really capable. Like I can render a lot of things with that video card, though I do not get like the performance boost out of that
Well,
video card.
I have very few things installed on my computer. That's also a
Maybe.
it's a gaming computer. I don't think it's just a name. It's part of the specs, but I do only have GameMaker. I have Adobe stuff, which is mainly Photoshop and Premiere, and that's about it. I have Discord, and I don't have any other programs on this computer.
Well, regarding me, I have basically all of the programs that you can find. Yeah.
that
So that might
also,
be.
yeah, that also might be quite a change, quite a difference.
No.
Oh,
Destroyed one sand. Let's see what happens.
gravel
Oh, it got somewhere
somewhere.
else. Let's keep on mining that gravel.
Well, I don't want to spoil it, but it seems in terms of logic stability, also it seems more stable. A little bit more stable.
And for example, right now when I'm jumping,
Mm-hmm.
I get better performance actually than before. It does feel. Oh my god, I hit so much with this kind of armor. I have to
Decrease it a
go.
little bit.
Yeah. So at least I feel it's getting better
Mm-hmm.
towards the feel. Maybe the FPS is still at that kind of point, but I do feel that if I would not stream, I don't know, Bruno, you could like launch Game
Right now,
Maker
I can do
after
that.
maybe after or right now, whatever you want to, but
Yeah,
just
after.
see well, we do have those two maps, that we
Mm-hmm.
now have a proper way to test. All right, so that's a lot of silver today. Very neat.
I counted
Very neat.
5.
As you can see, when I, for example, jump,
Hmm.
so I think that the parkour is much easier right now.
You would get some sort of hiccup from time to time, just a little
So
bit of laggy.
previous time,
Hmm.
with Fred and you and your screens, I was unable to parkour. Like it was very hard to. Yeah, so I found five five silver ores.
That's also what I got here. So congratulations, Yoki. You got yourself 5 silver ores. That's really a good catch.
Indeed.
Especially if you're going for best silver ore miner. Let me check on that one, how it's looking so far. Oh, I saved this on the wrong spot. Silver ore. Okay, let's see how it is. We've got Bad Hornet with 13. The Yokezoni had 12, and now he's jumping to first because he had 5, so he's getting 17. So actually, the Yokezoni is running for best silver ore miner.
Bruno, I also will think to remove these fishes.
Which ones?
This ones,
Okay. Yeah, they're
hmm
animated
just
assets.
estimated assets, especially.
Hmm. And they, well, you can leave them non-animated, right?
Then they will figgle.
Oh yeah, right. Hmm. Well, leave that.
um,
Let's leave that for the end. Like, if we feel like we need a couple of extra frames per second, then we try to go over there. Okay. So, first lucky miner on the stream. Let's get that lucky wheel of fortune and get the second miner.
yeah. So just a second, I will
Damn, gold
get
ore.
the.
322 confirmed. Already got 5 gold ores. Bad Hornet, the yoke is on you. Wicked You already got 3 gold ores. Quite cool to see these leaderboards evolving through time. Gold nuggets. Okay, that's still 1, but we already have 3 gold nuggets. Okay, white diamonds. We already got some diamonds.
Oh, I forgot to shuffle
LD
for
Tech.
S3.
LD Tech already got 2 white diamonds. That's pretty neat. Ruby. We've got 3 rubies already. Sapphire. Nothing. Emerald. Noble RK already got an emerald. Then from here
All
it
right.
gets.
So this is the list for the open raffle, and I'm shuffling, and let's spin it.
Good luck, everyone. Oh, I can see that. I was looking for the general and master leaderboards. I can see that they're still not updated yet. I was trying to see what are the current standings with the ruby and the white diamond that was mined on last week.
Oh, is it gold? Is it gold? Out
I, th-
24K. Are
I
you
think it's
here?
going to be. It is. Hey, Kay, how you doing? It's been a long stream. It's kind of hard to tell if someone is still watching or not. But
Yep.
if you are, you just got yourself a chance to be one of the lucky miners. GG. Let's give gold 1 minute. And while we do, let me get these wallet addresses. All the prizes that have been won today will also be sent later on to your wallet. And regarding the time that we got the ruby and we got the white diamond, just to state again, if you were not around during that day, it passed the stress test regarding the in-game economy, let's say. So it felt right, knowing that we were saying, okay, statistically, it should come a big win. And then actually, we could not tell when it was. We were like, okay, it should come. And then nothing. And then on the next one, nothing. And then on the next one, nothing. We're like, kind of like, okay, it should be statistically. And then when we were not expecting, because it was just pretty much right away, we got 2 of those on the same stream. So it confirmed the theory of statistics, which kind of it felt good because not only we got to confirm like, okay, these statistically it should be happening, and then it happened, and then it passed on the stress test. So which means statistically we should not have any ruby or white diamonds in a near future. Statistically, it does not mean that it will be like that. Oh, we just got in. Okay, and we just re-raffled. That's damn unfortunate.
Ah,
We'll try.
ah.
We'll try to hit you one more time, Kay. It's been a long time since you've mined. I no worries. Working and lurking.
Gold, don't say sorry. Thank you for working and just being you. Like,
It
ah,
happens to all of us. How many
maybe it
times
happened
were
again.
oh yeah,
Maybe it happened again. Just if it's maybe it has to.
karma?
Yeah, karma.
Karma
Yeah.
is something. Hey, Kay, you just won again. GG.
And now you're here to take this win. All right.
Feels about right.
I really love Kay's dedication towards the sandbox and just making those wonderful assets. It's just one of the, if not the best, box edit streamers, and yeah, overall just builders.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
And if I'm not wrong, Kay does have a gold pickaxe.
he does. He
It
really
does.
does. Yeah.
Oh wow, that was such a lag spike over there. Okay,
Where?
Kay, you have a gold pickaxe. You saw how this game works. What type of blocks do you want to mine? Do you want to go? Well, I would say probably try to not choose sands or dirt. Maybe clay from up there. It's been 2 hours and 20. We kind of extended a little bit on our stream today. Gold ores this session. Okay, so to get to gold ores, you would need between gravel and stone. Although stone does grant you more chances because it's the highest tier, although you can only mine 10. Okay, let's go stone. Everyone, please type in good luck for R24K, as he's going to attempt, well, it's not going to attempt, he's going to mine some stone, he's going to attempt to get some gold. Let's see, well, the Missy Mountain is being quite in well mood today, let's say. Let's see if you can hear K wishes.
Silver nugget.
Okay. That almost took my breath out. That would have been magical.
It would be like, yeah.
Asking, you know that meme when you have that something that is just the blowing minds? Going mine inside the Misty Mountain, something. Asking something for the Misty Mountain, and then the next meme, and then actually dropping what you're asking from the Misty Mountain, then expand consciousness.
Actually, that meme format is just really good.
It is.
You can make a meme out of anything with that format.
Quite explored, but still up very, very updated. Actually, we have not run a meme contest for quite some time. There was such a good one. I think it was the OK that did it. It was a picture of an owner and a dog, and the owner was like grabbing the mouth of the dog like this to shut it. And the caption was the dog talking, like me talking about digging, and no one understands it.
Oh, I saw it. Another silver nugget. I think like it was two women talking, and the one was like holding the dog like for him not to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do sometimes the same thing with my dog. So he is very protective and he likes to bark, and whatever people are going through the pathway, he's just always thinking to bark at them. And in the night when, for example, well, it's late in the night, someone is going and I'm just holding him nearby and just trying make him safe so he does not feel to need to bark.
He
But
doesn't have an
yeah,
excuse. He got a bark.
yeah, exactly.
Looks
So
like we did not find any gold ore, neither gold nuggets, which is quite
yeah, but
unfortunate. These would have been a different taste. But we've got 2 silver nuggets. It's not the same. It's not as good, but it's something. Okay, more gold for everyone else. I hope it's that way for everyone.
two
And
silver nuggets,
this,
very nice.
this will be sent on to your wallet later today. So each silver nugget is worth 0.2. Having 2 of those makes it 0.4. And this brings to our last lucky miner of today's stream. Was it the first? I think it's not. I think it's the second. But let me search. I have every mining session that happened on this mountain with me.
So we do raffle 1 again for the pickaxe owners. And sorry, and here's the wheel, and we're ready.
Let's do this.
So I hit shuffle a few times, and let's figure it out who it is.
So it has to be on column B.
Is it Kay's first mining session?
That's what I'm confirming. But I believe so.
Oh wow!
Damn. Right? Like, how is it possible? One of our sand fam. After all of this time, being the first time only now.
Alana Honeys, if you're here,
Hey.
please write something in the chat so we know that you're here.
Lena Honey was the winner of the.
Oh, he's here. All right. Yeah. I see a very
Of the
very
Ruby.
competitive like miner. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Alina Honey just got a ruby on that special lucky miner that we had last week. I wanted everyone to get a chance first. That's very fond of you. And hey, now you got your chance as well. And honestly, I want everyone to have a chance here to mining. You've got Alina Honey as well, and let's do the final one. So it's a silver pickaxe, if I'm correct,
is.
right? Okay.
Yep, I did check and I found a silver pickaxe. Did Alina also want the pickaxe?
Also, so we had a raffle. So actually, Alina Honey got a ruby from a silver pickaxe.
Oh
that
wow!
was raffled. That was raffled when we did the 1s and 2s. So it's quite a win. Like, you get yourself a silver pickaxe and you just get a ruby out of it. Wow.
Yeah.
Especially when the game goes live, it's supposed to be like you spent 0.25 cents to win 8 cents. That's a lot of times. So that would be 4 times. That would be a multiplier by 60. So that was a win by 16 times. And after that, we had 3 NFT giveaways. And the Lena Honey actually won the...
I do remember now, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it won the NFT as well. So double win on that day. Welcome to the Miner Club. So silver, we're mining stone. And we're mining for Alina Honey. I have to say, that nickname reminds me of a Morphine song. Oh, honey. I'm not sure if you guys know Morphine. The bands, not the the medical chemistry compounds, aka sometimes known as drug. But Morphine as the band, it's a very. Do you know that one?
No, but I can tell you a funny story about morphine. So
Okay.
a long time ago, my father felt a little bit not well, and the people came and the doctor decided to give him a little bit of morphine,
Okay.
and he passed out. He get back, and he with the doctor saying, "I was in the other side." Like he and I
You
was
said
just
that?
laughing. I because I'm had a medical understanding of morphine. I just understood know that he did not went to other side. You were having a trip, like,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
he thought that he like had he was never tried any drugs, so it the experience should have been very new to him. But
Mm-hmm.
basically, the doctor decided that let's give him a little bit of morphine, and I don't know why, actually, but the experience or his at, how to say um, trip of that was very funny for me because it was for me like it was seconds. It's just a second, but in his kind of perspective, I really understood like he just had some sort of dream or something, and
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah, it was very funny. Sorry to get off topic, but it's an interesting compound. Actually, quite often used in medical
Mm-hmm.
needs. Yeah.
No, I've heard about a lot of people just taking morphine, and you have, I think you have a lot of YouTube videos of people taking morphine, or with the hospital, and they're just like completely, they're actually hilarious. I laughed very hard.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Actually, hilarious. So it was really really hilarious to see my father just having some of those hilarious situations
Man,
regarding that compound. So the pickaxe did broke
no prize.
already, and I did not shout out anything. So I think yeah, unfortunately this time um,
No
we
prize,
did not
unfortunately.
mine any prize. Yeah.
Well, let's keep trying. And Alina Honey, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you win big, sometimes you win small. And sometimes you win nothing at all. Just make a rhyme. Wicked Easy says, love the band, Cure for Pain. Yep. Such great songs that band has. So if you do not know, it's a trio composed out of saxophone, bass, vocals, and drum. Those are the three elements. The bass player sings, then you have a saxophone that would do something that you would call it something that a guitar would do, and you have a very solid drummer on the background. And it's
Oh, that
just
sounds good.
those three. Morphine sounds like a whiskey bar full of smoke
Mm-hmm.
at 3 a.m.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
It has a very particular type of sound, but it's very good sounds. So
Mm.
if you're quite interested or curious, take a look, take a listen to it. Either way, apart from sound suggestions, we have finished our stream today. It's been 2 hours and 30, quite a bit over the top as well. But today we did something quite different. And to make a recap, if you only joined in the end, like the sugar cubes. Basically, our stream today was dedicated to do the final step before we call this a finished version, which is this reduced one. We can call it a mobile version, sort of it, because it is pretty much with less explorable areas. So it's a reduced version. And with that, we are trying to increase the playability and AKA frames per second, less RAM that is being used. And with that, it will be a much faster experience when you run it on your computer. So that way it's playable for everyone and the logic works without any bugs, cracks, and the game is just fine-tuned. Let's call it like that. This was the first of many sessions to make. As you saw, it's very specific. It's not hard. It's not slow. It is what it is. It's going to take a little bit of time until we do it, but once it's done, it's done. And we cannot wait to come back on Wednesday to show what's the progress, what are also the the feedback that we get from that changes in frame per second. We will be addressing it because we want you to know what is this journey and what are the conclusions we're taking from this experience, because we know that you also will be learning from this and will be taking important conclusions as well. You, if you're playing with the game maker or thinking, at least knowing this, it will enrich your knowledge of the game maker. So it's always a good thing to share. Having this said, I want to wish everyone a great week. It has just started. It's a full book open. So go ahead, fill it up with things you like, things you love, things that make you enjoy life and make you have fun here. So grab that book, write a good paragraph, a good story, and have fun for the rest of the week. We will be back on Wednesday and Friday to make sure that we're going to enrichen your day and make it more fun too. So until there, wish you a great week. Givesh, you want to say some last or goodbye words before we hop off?
Of course, of course. So yeah, thank you everyone for being here. And yeah, let's see each other on Wednesday. Thank you everyone for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, and let's see each other on Wednesday. Let's see if we have someone trades in the meantime.
So I see that Hodl Hill is streaming, and regarding Sandbox, I checked both categories, and I see that only Hodl Hill.
Well, I don't need anyone else. Let's read Hodl Hill.
All right.
I can see already that she's wearing that Minamax suit as well. Really well done. Okay, let's hop on into Hodl Hill and continue this party. Everyone, have a great day yourself, and catch you on Wednesday. Cheers.
See y'all.
Ancient times. The secret mountain was sealed by the dwarf titans with 5 powerful.
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has 2 things about it. One, it's filled with golds and diamonds. And there is some kind of weird magic.
What was the last part?
Instead, you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?